Hello, everybody. Let me grab comments up here on my iPad. I am like right on time. It's right now 11. And I was thinking just a few minutes ago that I would jump on here to do our live when I got done with a few other things, and I checked on the kids and refilled my tea and came down here and it was exactly 11. So I'm feeling like it's meant to be. Okay, so here I am. Am I? Yep, I'm on the right page. Okay, I have comments up. We're gonna dive in. I see there are a few of you on here. Hey, Kathy. Welcome. So thank you guys so much for all your kind comments yesterday. In the summertime, I really struggle with really severe headaches. And hey, Gail, thank you for your order. I got it. So thank you so much. I got you all down for the mini retreat. So in the summertime, I tend to struggle with really severe headaches. A lot of it is from the heat, and then some of it is from, like, I have a light sensitivity, and you know, when it's light until 10 o'clock at night, it is a real struggle, and then I don't sleep well. I can't get to sleep, and it is something that I struggle with, and I just try to get through it. You know, I try to do the best that I can, but when those headaches hit, they're really, really severe. I end up seeing like purple spots. I am really nauseous. I can't eat. It just is really, really miserable. So, hey, Roberta. So thank you guys so much for your kind comments yesterday. I had a little business thing I had to do directly in the morning yesterday. And then when I got done with that, I just could not be down here in this office. And I could not be live and doing all the things. So I just ended up doing a lot of downtime yesterday. So that was good. And I'm feeling a little bit better, but I have a little bit of I always call it like a headache hangover. So I'm feeling better today. I got a little bit of rest, but I feel a little bit out of it still. And I'm still a little bit nauseous. And so, I might not sound the best, but I am feeling better. Thank you so much, Laura. And then also, you guys, when I posted my Facebook Live on Monday, I posted the PDF, it was locked. I just forgot to unlock it so that people could access it. I have since unlocked it. And so if you were trying to get to the PDF for Monday, you can now access it. So let's dive in. We're gonna do our Blessed to Craft projects for the month of June. Does anybody want to see what we're doing next month? Do you guys want to see the projects for celebrating Christmas in July? That's the theme for next month, and I have the projects done. I just filmed a video for later this week for those projects. But if you guys want a little sneak peek, I can share before we get started with with this month's stuff. So here is a sneak peek of the cards for July. So we are celebrating Christmas in July, and these are gorgeous. The paper is gorgeous. I had so much fun creating these. I sat down with this paper and the stamp set and created these and just loved them. So those are the cards that we're making. And then on the 2nd, on July 2nd, you will see the projects, the cards. I have a video, and then all the products that you get in the month of July for Blessed to Craft. So if you're brand new to my channel or my videos, and you're not sure what we're doing, let me explain what all of this is. This is our Blessed to Craft make and take. And I do one of these every single month, and you get 3 projects. So you get 3 project kits, and then you also get a set of product. So this month, everybody got the designer paper. This is the Sweet Symmetry designer paper. They got a full roll of ribbon. So this beautiful, beautiful gold, it has like specks of gold in it. And it is Flirty Flamingo. So they got that ribbon, and then they also got, let me pull them out here. These, so that everybody got a set of square in color embellishments, and then they got their card kits, which is what I have here, and then they got the Simply, or the scalloped box, but everybody's missing that in their package because I forgot to order them. So I sent your guys' package out to you. I just received all of the boxes yesterday. So I am going to package those up and then get those sent out to you. So you'll have another little package coming from me that has your scalloped box in it. So that's the only thing you won't be able to make today with us, but you'll get that, I promise. When I ordered everything, I left boxes off the workshop order, and then when I got that order, I started unpacking everything to start packaging your kits, and I was like, oh, I don't have the boxes. So I wanted to get everything to everybody so you could at least make the cards with me. Okay, so let's get started. We're using the In Symmetry bundle. I love this bundle. I've used this a ton. I don't know. Are you guys sick of, are you totally sick of this paper and this stamp? Because I've used it a ton. So that's what we're using. I need my Night of Navy ink. So let me grab that. Oh, let me see what color inks we're going to need. We're going to need Night of Navy, Calypso Coral. I like to just pull all of this first. Blushing Bride. And we need a yellow. Let's do Bumblebee, because that's gonna go pretty well. So this is our colors. Everybody can see that. Hey, Megan. Thank you so much for posting yesterday for me. I appreciate it. So here's the colors we're going to be using. And then let's get to creating. So I'm going to show you the box first and just explain to you what to do when you get it. So you will have you will have the Just Jade piece, and then you will have the Whisper White piece. You will not have this cut. These dies are from the Hippo and Friends dies. So I only purchased the dies. I didn't like the stamp set. And the dies create this really pretty shape. So if you have those dies, you'll want to cut your designer paper so that you can layer all 3 of these together. If not, you don't have to do it the way I did it. You could just add the Just Jade to the box, or you could just add the Whisper White piece. There's lots of different things you could do, or do them in a different shape. You could do circles, just take and cut the Just Jade. If you don't have any Just Jade cardstock, you just take your die and cut, a circle in this, and then do circles as your layers or whatever die that you have. And then what I did is, oh, look, my tape. What in the world is, oh, this was vellum. And it must have got I've never seen that happen to my vellum. What in the world happened to that? Is that because of the heat? I didn't, or maybe the adhesive that I used did that. So I wrapped my designer paper around here. It even did it on here. Oh, you know what happened, you guys? I know what happened. So Kayla comes down here in my office at night when the kids go to bed. She'll come down here in my office and she'll, you know, do whatever, listen to her music and craft and do things. And one night she spilled her drink on my desk and she didn't tell me. She thought I was going to be really angry. And so she cleaned it up and she was like, well, nothing got on any of your projects. I bet it did. I bet the water, yeah, remember you guys, I told you about that. That's exactly what it was, Laura. She, it's got wet. Oh, how weird. Yeah, I was like, this has never happened. So that's funny. I didn't even notice. It just must have been the bottom and it doesn't even look water damaged. So that's not bad. So what I did is I wrapped my designer paper around it and there was a little gap. So I added a little bit of vellum. You could add another piece of designer paper if you wanted. And then I just wrapped my ribbon. What I wanted, the reason that I did that is because I wanted this to be able to slide on and off. I didn't want the person to have to tear the paper to get this off. So I just added, I probably added adhesive here, and then it made a belly band so that it would just slide on and off. So that's why I did that. And then I just layered these tags and then I did a thanks so much. And then I tied the ribbon and then I used the baker's twine. I added a little bit of the baker's twine to your guys' kits so that you could just tie. What I did is I put a hole through all of these. I tied the baker's twine to the tags and then I tied the baker's twine to the ribbon. See that? So that it's floppy. And it's not, I didn't have to use adhesive. Again, I wanted to be able to take, whoever I give this to, I want them to be able to take the whole thing off and get into the box and not have to tear anything. So that is the box. That's the scalloped box. And let me show you guys how to put your box together because it is a little bit weird. So let me pull out. See, these are the packs of boxes I just got. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to want one of these pieces that have, you have this piece that has the flap. And then you'll have this piece that has the scalloped piece. And when you get your box, what you'll want to do is I open it up and fold everything. So just where everything is already scored, you're just going to fold it. So fold it in and then fold it out. And if you want to get really, really technical, you can use your bone folder and just give it a quick once over. That's just going to help everything when you're putting it together. Okay. And then same with this one. I promise it's really easy to put together, but I had kind of a minute with this when I first did it. So in and then out. And this is very helpful if you do this. Okay, so now what you're going to do is these just go just like that. And then that's the bottom. Seems weird, right? Because it has the flap and you think maybe that's the top. It's not, it's the bottom. And then same thing with this one. You're going to fold this over and then close it. And then that's the top. And then they go together like that. I love these. They're so, so cute. So there's that. And that's how you put your box together when you get it. And I apologize that that did not get in your guys' kits. This month we had a couple issues. One of the new members that joined didn't get her kit on time because I was waiting for my welcome pouches to come. The one I had, the snap broke. So I had to order that. And I didn't want her kit to not get to her with the welcome gift, so I had to delay that. So she's still waiting on her kit, and then I forgot to include the boxes. So I've been all over the place this month, you guys. I apologize. Okay, so let's get started on the cards. In your package, you will have both card kits. Hi, Christine. So all of the pieces for your cards are inside. So this right here is for your box. I'm going to set that aside. And then all the pieces to actually make your cards are inside the cards. So we have that. We'll set that aside. And then you have 2 envelopes. So we're going to start with this card first. And you're going to need a piece of your designer paper. And we're going to cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4. So it's one of my really very standard cuts. Okay, I hope I did that right. And our card is going to go this way. So you have a Just Jade piece of cardstock. Oh, I see what I did. And we're going to put that on top of our card base. Now, we're going to wait a minute before we do any adhesive. Hey, Daisy. Then you have a piece of vellum, and I just took another 1/4 inch off. You could take a little bit more off if you want. And then you have your white piece that we're going to do our stamping on. Now, for this vellum, I think I am going to take another 1/4 inch off. I think that's what I meant to do for you guys, but I just think I didn't. So we're going to take a 1/4 inch off. So these will actually be 4 3/4. And then from here, this is going to be 3 1/2. I just want a little bit more of that designer paper to show. I really love vellum. And so I like using it on cards, but then you can see that gives you just a little bit more of your designer paper. So you can do it either way. Either leave the vellum the way it is, it'll be fine, or you can cut a 1/4 inch off that piece of vellum. And then our white piece is going to go here. So we're going to do all of our stamping on this. So let's do our stamping. And you're going to need a piece of basic white that you can use as a scrap piece. If you don't have that, usually I include it, but I don't think I included scrap pieces for you guys. So if you don't have that, you can just do this as stamping and just layer the stamp. But if you have a piece of white to do some fussy cutting, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm falling off my chair, so let me fix that situation. Okay. Now that I'm settled. Okay, so we're going to use this piece here. I don't know what happened there, you guys. And then we need our little flower piece. And also, you guys, I don't know, maybe I just am like not doing so great this month. I don't remember punching these for you guys with the punch. I don't think this was included in your kit, and I apologize if it wasn't. If you got the bundle, you can just punch it yourself out of Night of Navy cardstock or dark blue cardstock, but that is something I would have normally included. So let's start with our bumblebee. June, I feel like, was a little weird as we settled into like a routine with the kids not being in school and everything. And I'm finally just now feeling like we're getting into a good space and a good routine, and the kids are doing their chores. And I feel like summer is going to be over, and I'm going to, like, just as we're getting settled, it's like things are going to start happening again, and we're going to have to adjust to a new schedule. So I'm just adding 3 of these yellow flowers kind of in each of, not so much in the corner. You can see like this one is offset a little bit, but like just like that. And how cute is that flower? Okay, so that is the yellow. Let's close that so that I don't put my hand in it. And then let's grab Calypso Coral. And don't worry if Chris is watching. I promise I'll clean my stamps before I put them up. I promise. Okay, and then we are going to do one of these in Calypso Coral. Okay. And then we're going to do one of them in Blushing Bride, which I grabbed the wrong stamp pad. Okay, so then in Blushing Bride, and let me clean the stamp. And then also I need to move it over. It's hanging off the block there. Okay. And this stamp pad, I think, needs to be re-inked. I feel like all of my ink pads have like all of the sudden, they all need to be re-inked. And I guess that's pretty normal, like, because I usually like re-ink a group of them all at once. And so then of course, like, they tend to like need to be re-inked all at once. Let's clean this one too. And then we'll put both of these stamps away. So we're done with both of these. So I just need to take some time. I get in a place where I'm like, I don't want to take time to re-ink anything. And then it always gets me in trouble. Oh, thanks, Daisy. Catch the replay later. Okay, so let's put this away. And then we are going to fussy cut these. So I'm just going to get the majority of it cut out first, and then we'll do the detail cutting. So let's cut that. Okay. Now you're just going to, you know, very easily right around each of these, cut it out. And when you're fussy cutting, to get a nice even cut, try to move the paper and not the scissors. I'm not a huge fan of fussy cutting. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I don't hate it as much as I used to. I used to refuse to fussy cut anything, but I think that if you turn the paper, hey Mary, I'm glad you're here. If you use the paper and you turn the paper instead of your scissors, it's easier to fussy cut. And definitely if you have like arthritis in your hands, I always think of my mom because my mom has really severe arthritis in her hands. And so she can't always do certain things. And so if you have any like problems like that with your hands, sometimes using the scissors like this can be really difficult. And if you turn the paper instead of your scissors, it can help. Okay, so now we have these two pieces. We have our two blue pieces, and then we did our stamping right here. So the next thing I want to do is my sentiment, because that way, in case I mess it up, I don't have everything glued down. So with Night of Navy, we're going to take any of these sentiments. I'm going to use You Are Perfectly Unique, because I love that, and it's going to fit perfectly in here. So let me grab my block. And then into the Night of Navy. And I love that this is a photopolymer set because we see right through it and we can line it up perfectly. But you know, this is homemade. It's not Hallmark, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But it is helpful. And then let's just clean that right away. Okay, so now let's do our layering. So you're gonna just decide which you want. Like, do you want the Calypso Coral in the back, or do you want the Blushing Bride in the back? And whichever one you're going to put in the back, you're just going to use regular adhesive and place that down. And then you sort of want to put it at a little bit of an angle. And then for the one that's in the front, you're going to use a little bit of foam. So you can use dimensionals. I just have this foam sitting on my desk, this strip, and so that's what I'm going to use. And we'll add that. Yep. I just wanted to make sure that foam wasn't showing. And then I just like to layer them like offset, just like that. Okay. So now let's add some foam to the back of this. And again, I'm just going to use this new foam I'm trying out. So we'll cut this down. I do not like using dimensionals on the back of my cards because A, you have to put a million of them, and who wants to pick off the back of dimensionals? It's like miserable, right? When you're having to pick them all off. So I don't like that. And then it's not very cost effective to have to use an entire sheet of dimensionals on the backs of your cards. So I use fun foam. And I'm in the process of kind of researching some different fun foam options. And when I figure out one that really works well, I will let you guys know. You guys know I always share that kind of stuff. So now we have our piece of vellum, and then this piece here is going to go like so. Now, the only thing I forgot, and I definitely cannot get this up. I was talking about the foam, and I wasn't paint. Nope, it's not. I mean, there's no way. So what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to put the ribbon inside the card. So normally I would tuck the ribbon behind this piece so that it wasn't inside the card, but you know, sometimes things happen and we just have to roll with it. So we're just putting the ribbon around the whole card. And I want it probably right about there. And this ribbon is really nice to work with. It's easy to tie bows with and to handle, which I like. And I think I did it. I think I got that. I always get nervous tying bows on camera. But I think I got that bow on there pretty good. So we'll just take ribbon scissors and trim our ribbon. And I didn't even waste that much ribbon. And you guys know I tend to waste ribbon. Okay, so we have our bow there. I think I want to fix that loop. Okay. The nice thing about it going all the way around, oops, I should have made sure that was flat. Guys, these projects, man, they are, I'm having a time this month with our Blessed to Craft projects. Can I fix this or not? Yeah, I got it. So the nice thing about doing this just around the whole card is you can move your bow around. And I'll fix the loops there in a minute. And you can move it up and down. So that's really nice. Okay, so next what we're going to do is add our vellum. And it's going to go under the ribbon. And then what I think I'll do is add this part over the ribbon. So that's not something that I've done before. And what I want to do, so it worked out. So see, that's just like, remember what was his name? Bob, the painter guy. He'd say like, it's just a happy little accident. Like that's what happened right here. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on this side of the vellum and sort of like not down on the edges. I want this to be hidden. So then we'll slide this back under the ribbon. This actually, I like the way that I did the ribbon on this one better. because that ribbon is going to help hold that other side of the vellum down. So then I'm just going to center that. And then see, the vellum is there, and you can see the vellum, the adhesive through the vellum, but that's not going to matter because we're going to add this piece. And we're going to do that over the ribbon. So we're going to get our ribbon where we want it. Like so. And then let's add some of the Seal Plus, since that's a very aggressive, strong adhesive. And then that will help keep that ribbon in place. So then we'll just center this on the vellum and press that down. And then we have our bow. And then if you want, you can add a glue dot to keep that bow flat like that. And then I just want to trim this a little bit because like so. Okay, and then you're going to take these little pieces here, okay? So what I love about this punch is you use the punch and then you get these pieces here, right? But let me show you how this punch, another way you can use this. So what you do is you put it in your paper. I want to say you can line it up like this, okay? So then you're gonna punch, and then you take this, I'm hoping you guys can see this on camera. You take the, see how it made that punched out piece, and you line it up. So you just slide it until you see the image line up. Then it's lined up right there, and you punch again. Okay. And so that went off the edge. If you wanted to prevent that, you could measure a little bit better. And then you're going to do the same thing here. So you line it up over here, and then you keep punching. Then slide it, line it up, slide it, line it up. Sounds like a country music line dancing. And then do you see this? You get this whole border piece. So you can add that to your card in a different way. So it's a really fun way to like have a punch. So you get these little pieces, or you get a border like that. And this would be really cute if you have the punch to cut this out. Like so. Like right next to the punched part. Wonder if I can get that straight. This might, let's see if I got that. Yeah, that came out pretty straight. Okay, so you could use this, and then look at our box this month. So if you wanted, instead of using the ribbon, or, I mean, you could use the ribbon too. Let's not take the ribbon all the way off. You could take this and then add it to your, like, let's do that. Let's just do that for fun. So on the bottom, this bottom's already wrecked, right? Because Kayla's spilled the water on it, but that's okay. So let's just take the bottom and add a little bit of adhesive. Hi, Linda. Thanks so much. I am feeling a little bit better. The headache's gone, so now it's just what's left over after you have a severe headache. But I'm doing a little better. So I'm just gonna add the adhesive right on there. Just, I would probably secure this a little bit better if, and be careful when you're pulling on it, it could easily rip. But this is just another way for you to be able to use that punch. So let me get this ribbon back over it. So look at how cute that is. I love that. And it'll still just slide on and off since the way we did the bottom of the box. So that's super cute, right? Okay, so for this card, let's just add our white stitching. And so I just, with my white gel pen, add the stitching on here. It's real easy. Just do a line and a dot, and then a line and a dot like that. And then set that aside. The gel is the white gel will need a second to dry. So right down the middle with a couple lines and a dot, and then on each of the petals, just a line and a dot. Okay, and then leave those there. Okay, so then let's add those to our project. So hopefully I can. I would normally wait a little bit, a few more minutes, but I'm talking too much and this video is going forever. So now I'm just gonna tuck these right on the bottom of the flower. And you get this really pretty layered look. And then the next thing we're gonna do is add our little embellishments. So where are our square embellishments that we had? I have too much stuff out on my desk. Did I put them back? No, I had them, right? You guys, you saw them. Is somebody yelling at me right now like they're right there? Oh, they're right here. They're literally right here. Okay, so take our square. Linda says you never talk too much. I feel like it sometimes. I get on here and I'm excited to craft with you guys. So right here, you're gonna pick 3 colors. So the colors I'm gonna pick are gonna be a yellow one, because that will go well. And I'm gonna put it in this corner, but I'm gonna angle them. And then I'm gonna pick 2 Night of Navy. So I think there's a lot of just jade on there. So let's add the blue, which is like probably the more of a misty moonlight color. So then there's in the corner. Thanks, Mary. Catch the replay. I do. Thanks, Mary. So there's that one. So let's make our last card. And that is in this, what color is this? It is, I keep wanting to say it's celery, but it's not. It's one I don't use very often. So we have our card base, and at first you're thinking this color does not go with these cards, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover most of it up. So we're gonna pick a design, the design that we're going to use. And you can pick any design you want. It doesn't have to be what I'm using. I'm missing a sheet. Oh no, I'm not. There it is. So we're gonna need this sheet here, and then I'm gonna use, because I want to stamp yellow and blue flowers. So I think we'll use these. I think that'll be a good color combo. So what we're gonna do for our card base is soft sea foam. Thank you. So I'm gonna take just 1/8 of an inch off my sides. So instead of 1/4 of an inch, like normally I would cut this at 4, instead I'm going to cut it at 4 1/8. And instead of doing 5 1/2, I'm gonna do, what would that be? So I got to get my other ruler out to tell you guys. Okay, so it would be 5 and 5 3/8. See why I love these rulers? I never would have been able to figure that out. Okay, so that's where we're gonna cut. Now that might be different on your PDF that you got because I covered the whole card. But I decided I wanted a bit of that seafoam color peeking out. So now what we're gonna do is just add a little bit of adhesive. And because there's only like 1/8 of an inch, you're gonna wanna use like liquid glue, and then you can move these around. Okay. And then we're going to add this piece. So now this piece, we are going to do, I'm going to do 3 inches. I can always cut it down. I'm not referring to the PDF, so your PDF might have different measurements. I'm sort of winging it. Yeah, 3 inches is good. And then I want to layer this, okay? And then we'll do our stamping. Okay, so we'll layer that. That is all we're going to need to cut. And then you have your Whisper white piece. And that's gonna go there, but we're gonna do our stamping. So we're going to need yellow. We will need Night of Navy. And we're going to need Just Jade. So let me grab that. Okay, so here's Just Jade. And then we're gonna grab our stamp set. And we're going to need the floral piece. Now this might not be perfect, okay? So I don't want you going into the stamping, hey Julie, thinking that this needs to be exactly perfect. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna stamp 1 Night of Navy, 2 yellow. So the first one I'm gonna do is gonna be the Night of Navy, and I'm going to place it in the middle of my paper, the best that I can get it into the middle. That might have been too low. I feel like it was too low. Too low. At first I was gonna do it higher, and then I thought maybe lower. Okay. I think right there. So it's sort of in the middle. That's what I'm going for, okay. And then I'm gonna wipe that off. We're gonna need Night of Navy again in a second. And then we're gonna take our yellow ones. So this is Bumblebee. We're gonna go a little bit higher than the blue. And almost sort of overlapping. Okay. Clean that off. Next, we are going to do the leaves. So we need the stem, which is this really little piece. I don't always like using these little tiny pieces, but for this, it's gonna work. So bring Just Jade over, and we're going to add the stems. And there's a little notch right at the bottom of the flower for your stem to like nestle into. So then next we're going to add the leaves. So I'm just grabbing the set of leaves that are already together. And we're going to add some leaves on here. So what you're going to do is add the ones on the side, okay? And then add the middle one. And then add the bottom. Okay, so that's going to give you some better spacing with the leaves. Like so. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and we're going to cover some of this up anyways. So if your leaves are a little off because maybe, you know, you got them a little bit off. I'm not great at this kind of stamping, so I definitely have a tendency to maybe like get off or my spacing wasn't perfect. It's totally fine because we're going to cover it up with our sentiment, and those leaves are just going to be peeking through. So now you have this piece here, and this is why I wanted a little bit of that color showing. And in the photo, you will notice that none of the color is showing. And so I just wanted to be able to have a bit showing. So now we're going to stamp our sentiment. And Best Day Ever is going to fit on there really well. So we're going to add Best Day Ever. And we're going to do that in Night of Navy. I turned my sentiment kind of cornered so it just fits on the block better. And then hopefully this will be centered on this piece. I'm pretty far away from it. It's sort of angled too. That's okay. Okay, so now let's bring our card back. And we're gonna layer this on here. Now you could add foam to this part if you wanted to. I'm thinking we just need to get on with the projects. I think I've chatted too much this morning. Okay. So add that there, okay? And then we'll add dimensionals on this piece. That'll be easy. Like so. And then add that over the leaves. Super simple, right? And then I think that got crooked, but see, it covers up that one. I think maybe down, well, no, I think it's okay. Covers up that one middle leaf set, but that's okay. And then take your jewels here. And I think I will go with the navy ones again. Or let's do navy and jade. So let's do a set of the blue there. I actually think those are moonlight. And then the jade in this corner. Or you could do the yellow if you wanted. Okay, so that's the second card. So we have that one, and then we have this one, and then we have our box. And I love the way all of this came out. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed these projects. This is the Blessed to Craft projects. This will be going up on YouTube today. So I will download it and put it on YouTube right away. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the projects. And then there will be a link to the Blessed to Craft page on my website where you can sign up if you are interested in signing up for Blessed to Craft. And I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the kind words and thoughts and wishes yesterday. I am doing better, and I think that I'll be okay to like carry on this week, which will be good. And this weekend I'm sitting down to craft and do some things for some upcoming projects, which are going to be fun. So thank you guys so much. If you signed up for the mini retreat box, invoices have gone out, so please make sure that you pay those by the end of the day. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will catch you guys on Friday when I am live on YouTube. I will be doing a paper pumpkin project, and then I'll have 2 other things coming out this week. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you later.